homeowners are losing value on their properties every single day, guys. Up to $336 a day, every single day that they own a home. And I've been telling people, do not buy these houses. And listen, you don't have to listen to me, but some of you guys didn't listen, and you're on the losing end of the equity drain that is currently happening. Guys, listen, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to get into the details and data so that you guys can see how you dodged a bullet.
You want to know something, guys? We've all been scammed. We've been scammed by our government, greedy corporations, media personalities, and real estate companies. I'm coming after everyone today. No one's the most for them, and that means they have to keep their home prices up. So they offer other incentives to try to entice these new home buyers. But again, the homes are mostly overpriced, and they do not want to drop the price. That's why they're offering these incentives. All right, so next on my list is mortgage lenders. Now, mortgage lenders are the ones that facilitate the financing of a home purchase transaction, but a lot of times I don't like what they do because they have a lot of loan origination fees and other fees that can be costly to the potential home buyer. But more importantly, I want you guys to take a look at this short upcoming video clip that I filmed about a month ago showing where interest rates were back in 2021 versus now in 2023 and how much more total loan mortgage interest you have to pay. Talk about a racket, guys. Wait till you see this. I want you guys to take a look at this graphic that somebody put out on social media a couple of weeks ago talking about where your mortgage rate would have been 2 years ago compared to now and how much more interest you're paying and how much more money you're paying overall for your home loan. So let's take a look at the top. In 2021, your interest rate was 2.96% on a 30-year fixed rate. Let's say the loan amount that they have as an example here is about $400,000. The total cost of the loan is $604,000 because you're paying a total amount of interest of $204,000. Not too bad considering interest rates 2 years ago were less than 3%. Now we go down here to the bottom half. 2023, the 30-year fixed rate they have is 7.7%. Now, from that previous segment that I just showed you guys, most people are not anywhere near 7.7. They're well into the 8s, but they're using the 7.7 30-year fixed rate as the example. Same loan amount here, $400,000. Total cost of the loan now, over $1 million. Total interest paid, $627,000. So now because you're at nearly an 8% rate here, you are paying $600,000+ compared to 2 years ago where you're paying about $200,000. So you're now paying triple the amount of interest just because where mortgage rates are. And it's very unfortunate for a lot of people right now. And last but certainly not least,
It's the understatement of the century. Right now, Newsweek is dropping the bomb. It's now in Newsweek, the real estate crash, well underway. And the old term or the phrase, let me know if you've heard it before, by the time it's in the news, it's too late. Well, it's already happening right now around the country because of companies closing, people passing away. We've seen that a lot lately, right? Or just life. Life doesn't stop because the real estate market all of a sudden halts. People still need to move. And so you start seeing people, and remember, as fast as it comes up, it came up and everyone had a bunch of equity. It goes down super fast too in equity. And the reason why is because people that have to move, they drop their prices. I have a friend, and we're about to get to this story in Newsweek in a second. I have a friend in Idaho that has a beautiful place, priced it very aggressively on the lower 1/3 tier of the comps at around $850,000. He is now down to $600,000 and cannot sell that house. And he had no problem over time dropping it $200,000. He now looks back and told me he wished he would have listened in May and sold it. Why? Because rates. You're hearing in the news headlines right now that rates are dropping. No, they're not. Rates are simply where they were in September or August, late August. That's not some catastrophic drop. That's not going to cause a bunch of fools to run in, especially when stories like this out of Newsweek are dropping bombs saying home prices are falling fast. These stories like this with the word free fall, what happens is, I don't care what you think is happening in the market, the consumer is being bombarded with bad words. Free falling, losing money, dropping, panic. And all of a sudden what they do is they regress more and they don't buy enough homes, and then there's more panic on the seller side, okay? Real estate, you make your money the day you buy it, not the day you sell it. Because if you buy it right, and you have 5 or 6 different ways that you're going to make money from it, or 5 or 6 ways you've risked done this risk mitigation process I teach, it's so important because you sit there and go, oh my gosh, I'm good. I have different plans on making money with this. It says here the past year has seen the American housing market shift. Like we said, free fall. According to a November study issued by Point to Homes, owners who battled historic mortgage rates to purchase their homes are now facing a market in retreat as single-family homes shed up to $223 daily in value. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, right? Well, but what's 223 times 10? Well, that's $2,200, $2,300. Now, what is that in a month? Oh crap, that's $5,000 or $6,000. Okay, I see now what's going on. And these numbers, these little statistics, are going to keep bombarding you. As a matter of fact, there are people from Newsweek that watch this channel. Or
the lights turned off. Now we're walking into something very, very similar. Newsweek just reported this morning that new homeowners across the U.S. are confronting a rapid depreciation in their home value, with recent data showing an average loss of $122,000 average in home value in some areas. The American dream is showing signs of wear. This past year has seen an American household market shift, and property values are now in free fall. According to a November study issued by Point to Homes, owners who battled historic mortgage rates to purchase their homes are now facing a market in retreat as single-family homes shed up to $223 in value every single day. When you look at what's really going on in the housing market, what's happening in the U.S. economy, you are going to see that we're walking into the greatest transfer of wealth and assets that we've ever seen in American history. And in this video, I'm going to break it down for you and show you exactly what's going on. Please hit the like button. The average American, and it's 52% more expensive to buy than it is to rent. So as the economy continues to change, some of these sellers are going to become more motivated. And when they have a small pool of buyers out there actually looking to pull the trigger, what's going to happen? Right? More distress is going to become more obvious. Look at what's happening now with 30-year fixed rate mortgage on an average, right? This right here, starting to skyrocket. You start to look at home ownership rates. You start to look at what's happening with consumers. You start to look at what's going on with the U.S. economy around mortgage rates and borrowing costs. You're going to start to see people just simply are not going to opt in to buy, unfortunately, at these prices for if you're a home seller. So, I mean, 8.114% for the average credit score in America, which is 698. If you're selling property around $450,000, it's about a $4,000 monthly payment. $4,000 monthly payment. And so when mortgage rates are 3%, you know, you're looking at $2,500. That's manageable. That's affordable for most people. You know, if you have two incomes in your home, you could probably swing that. But as insurance and taxes continue to rise, it gets more and more difficult to manage these properties. And so we look back at what happened in 2008. CNN reported this. February 7th, 2008, homeowners can't pay, just walk away. More and more borrowers are watching their home values sink while the cost of their loans skyrockets. Well, in this case, many of these loans are 2.5%, 3%, 4%, 30-year fixed. But what's skyrocketing is not the mortgage. It's the insurance, the taxes, the food costs, utility bills, the upkeep on the property. Everything else around it is skyrocketing, which is indirectly impacting their debt-to-income ratio and their ability to pay these mortgages. And so when you start to look at where values are, I mean, there's a gentleman here talking about, you know, he purchased a property in Hancock Park.